now I'm going to hand it over to the lovely Mayor of Monroe, Anita Wall.
Well, it is really exciting to welcome everyone here this afternoon. This has been indeed exciting news. I really appreciate the media coverage here. Paula Carey with Monroe Monitor and Tony Stevens with KRKO Radio. Welcome. Thank you for coming out on this beautiful afternoon. I appreciate this first of a kind for Monroe. Hopefully it may continue to be one of many. The City of Monroe sees this as a rare opportunity for our city and our sports fans. We have some amazing sports fans in different areas, so this is a whole new area for them to enjoy. Sports, recreation is a very important part of the Monroe culture. I would especially at this time like to recognize two of the Monroe City Councilmen. Councilman John Steinman, would you stand up? And Councilman David Kennedy. Thank you. I really want to thank the Snohomish County Explosion basketball team for deciding to locate here in Monroe. What you're basically doing is bringing family-friendly professional sports to our citizens. And you don't know how much this will be appreciated. Because to go to some of the professional sports from Monroe is quite an undertaking at times, and is often cost prohibitive for our families. So thank you again. At this time, too, I would like to welcome County Executive Reardon, who probably doesn't need an introduction, but on behalf of the city, he has been extremely proactive in working with the City of Monroe to make quality parks accessible to our community. So it wasn't a big surprise to me that he would be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to congratulate the City of Monroe, the City Council members, and the Mayor for what I think is a tremendous coup. I think that this is going to bring a tremendous opportunity. It's going to bring continued business investment and economic investment to the community. It's going to give the youth of this community the opportunity to look up, and in some cases, look up a great deal. The players who they'll be actively engaged with can learn some life lessons about camaraderie, respect, sportsmanship. I want to congratulate also the Snohomish. I love the name of the Snohomish County Explosion. Thank you. Congratulations on your decision. I think what the Explosion are going to find are a dedicated fan base in the city. As the Mayor said, we're one of the fastest growing communities in the entire nation. And with this growth comes tremendous opportunities and some challenges. And one of the challenges the Mayor highlighted was that we have families living in this community that spend a lot of time on the road. And they're looking for inexpensive ways to recreate, healthy, positive ways to recreate, to spend time with each other, and to do something constructive. And the addition of the Explosion here in the city of Monroe is going to be a tremendous benefit. This is the best place, I think, in the county for this basketball team. The demographics are right. People love basketball out here. They want to spend time with their families on a venue that is inexpensive and allows them to build those relationships and build those bonds, keep the kids off the video games and out of the Cheeto bag. And they're going to do that. So congratulations, Nathan. Congratulations, members of the council and Mayor. And congratulations to the east side of Snohomish County. You've done a great job and landed a great team. And I look forward to watching your success. And I think I want to introduce at this time, under my glasses, I apologize. I'm going to look that old, but my eyes feel like it. Neil Watkins with the Monroe Chamber of Conference.
Thank you. I echo everything the Mayor and County Executive has said. That's really the impetus of what's going on here. I think there's one other group that needs to be mentioned here, and that is our school district, Monroe School District, who have stepped up in very short order and look for ways to say yes. And that's a big buzzword of mine. Instead of immediately finding ways to say no, looking for ways to say yes. And and Ken Hoover and the Board of Education stepped up to the plate and found a way to say yes, found a way to fit the Snohomish County Explosion into the schools for a year, this very important transition year, and the Explosion is working closely with the school district. I think it's going to be great for the school district. I know it's going to be great for the community of Monroe. So I give the school district big kudos for what they have done. I want to talk just a minute about the economic impact. County Executive Reardon has touched on that, but I think to take it a step further, and this is the reason that your Chamber of Commerce, the Monroe Chamber of Commerce, has positioned so strongly behind this. When you take a look at what has been spent in the community of Everett during the year that the explosion was there, roughly $500,000 was spent with local business to support that season, the one season they had there. As the explosion comes to Monroe, we're talking about 1 year at the high school and then 5 years beyond that. So a 6-year commitment, if it was nothing more than spending at the level they spent in Everett, that's a $3 million positive impact to the economy and the businesses in the community of Monroe. In our city, I think that's terrific. But you know what? This is only growing. You know, it isn't going to stay at $500,000 because I know this community is going to support the team. I know that a lot of other needs are going to arise. New businesses are going to come into the community to support this. And we're going to have this is going to cause its own little economic boom. I truly believe that. And that's why your Chamber of Commerce is so strongly behind this effort. You know, there's another piece to this, and in the 2008 season, there is an arena football team that is on the horizon as well. And if you add that then to the impact of the basketball team, you could have $5-6 million of impact over 6 years. So it's sitting out there, and we've now been given the opportunity. And I am just so excited to be representing our business community and being able to tell the Explosion what a great boon this is and how strongly we are behind you and how strongly we support you. As a matter of fact, how many courtside seats, Nathan, are you going to have at the high school?
108.
108. Make it 106 because I'm buying the first two right out. And now, Mike Farrell from City of Monroe Parks Department.
Thank you, Neil. Well, what can I say? I'm so pleased that the Explosion basketball team is coming to the east side of Snohomish County here in Monroe. It's going to be so fun for our community to enjoy quality professional sports that we can call our own. The Explosion's move here fits the recommended sports branding concept for our community. I'm really excited about this. Our community has a passion and love for a wide variety of sports, as has been mentioned earlier, including participation and fan support. As an example, did you know that our community has a thirst for participating in basketball? From open gym basketball at the community schools to many adult and youth leagues, school sports, and hosting 3-on-3 tournaments? Is the community ready to support the Explosion and support sports throughout the city? You bet. Speaking for Monroe Parks and Recreation, I am excited to begin a partnership with this organization. It has demonstrated a strong commitment to supporting their local community through player and dance team appearances, outreach and participation in special community events, hosting basketball camps and youth dance programs. This wonderful news is a match for our community and complements our passion for enjoying an active lifestyle. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Nathan Munn, President and CEO of Courtyard Media Incorporated.
Good morning. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully, it was a little nicer weather yesterday, but that's all right. It's still summertime here. So we're very excited to be out here. When I stepped down as the general manager of the Explosion organization about 4 months ago, my key job responsibility was to begin looking for a new location for our basketball team. We've spent time both in the state of Washington and outside of the state of Washington looking for a fit for our team to participate in. We're really excited about the community of Everett. Last year they did a fantastic job on the business side, on the fan side of support, and really thank them for the opportunity of bringing our organization to Snohomish County. We did fantastic on the court also. We went 16-4 during the regular season, winning the Western Division title. Did very well in the playoffs, losing to Santa Barbara, which was a host of 6 or 7 NBA players by less than 6 points. And currently, right now, our organization is ranked second in the nation on the Massey ratings for our basketball team, only behind the 2-time defending champion, Everett Express. The IBL, hopefully most of you guys had an opportunity to enjoy our games at the Event Center. There's 23 teams in our league across the whole nation. With this move, I've been very busy on the phone. We've been working on this very hard to find the right location. We're getting national press that are calling us up that have never heard of the city of Monroe. So I can tell you that right now there are a lot of people out there that's learning that there is a town and a big city growing up right now in Monroe that is having professional sports come to be a part of that. We're very excited for this year to be working with the school district, and we will be doing some modifications to the gym at the high school. We're right now looking at doing anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 of improvements to that gym, and in the meantime, making it more of a sports arena than just probably a gym. And I think when it's all said and done, I think it'll probably be the state-of-the-art, I know it will be the state-of-the-art gym facility in Snohomish County, and I think it'll rival a lot of schools in King County as far as high schools. Not very many high schools have big screen projection TVs that are doing ads and replays and all the other type of stuff that we will have, just like we did at the Event Center, for our fan base and for our fans that expect that to be there. So we don't expect our quality of our product to drop at all. We are looking to move out here 1 year at the high school, and then we are not building, like the press said this morning, we're not building our own facility, but we are working in conjunction with both public and private entities to be primary tenants of a facility out here in the east side of the county. And we're doing a lot of due diligence, and wouldn't be moving out here if we did not think that was going to be completed and that would be right on time for our 2009 IBL schedule. And that's very exciting. And we would be looking at bringing a premier facility to the east side of the county, not just a facility for people to play in, but we're looking at a full east side, beautiful facility that I think will be used for more than just basketball, used for more than just football, but will be used for the community for many different events, concerts, and a lot of exciting events that we'll be able to go on. I really am doing a lot of time with the football and the basketball. Is really on Brad Sterlison's plate. That's what he does day in and day out. So I really probably turn a lot more over to him on the basketball side of things of what we're doing. But I can tell you, as somebody that was born in Everett, lived in Marysville my whole life, that it was really tough when we were looking at other locations to move this team to. And we were glad that we could work with people that to be honest, I had no idea that Monroe would be ready for some type of a facility, some type of a sports town as they were, until I was approached by many different people to say that this is the town to take a look at. We spent a good 4 weeks, 5 weeks doing due diligence, beating the streets down here in Monroe. I'm sure I've met with some of you in and out of businesses. We've spent a lot of time doing our due diligence of locations where to play, and this is very exciting for us. We think that we will be able to do something that not a lot of teams get the opportunity to do, but help build a facility and help work with the facility to have a premier facility here for sports teams. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Brad Sterling.
Thank you. The problem with going last is everybody gets to steal your thunder before you get a chance to speak. I'll probably reiterate a little bit about what's already been talked about on the panel. I'd first like to thank Neil Watkins from the Chamber for his incredible amount of work and effort that he's done in bringing Nathan and I out to the community of Monroe. And we've had a lot of meetings with a lot of different business owners in this community, and we appreciate Neil's efforts, and thank you, Neil, for all that you've done for us at this point. I want to talk a little bit about our ownership group and how excited they are to be here in Monroe. The great thing about our organization is all of our owners are locally based here. They've grown up in this area. They're concerned about this area. They want to be involved with the community. We've already have relationships established with both the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club here in Monroe, as well as the different parts of the county. So we have those relationships that are ongoing. Our plan is to have our players, dance team, and staff be involved in the community. That's very important to our ownership group and our organization as a whole. So we'll be having player appearances. We'll be having mini camps. We'll be having basketball camps that we'll be doing probably in the first part of the year to help connect with the community and stay involved with those groups. I'd also like to talk a little bit about our tryouts. We'll be having open tryouts coming up in November as we did last year. So we'll be having a location here in the area set for that. We'll have an announcement that will come with that. We expect probably 2 to 3 times the amount of players we had last year. We had about 50 players come out for our tryouts last year. And we expect, with our reputation that's grown at this point, for that number to double or triple for players that are going to come out this year. Our focus will always be to have some kind of a local connection with the team. We have the ability, unlike some of the other local sports teams, to go out and sign whoever we'd like to. We're not stuck by who we get picked in a draft pick or anything else. So we'll always have some local players that are on the team that will have that connection with the community, as well as usually some notable players that are involved as well. So we'll be looking for the business community, as Nathan and I and Neil have gone out into the community. We'll be looking for the business community to step up and help support this team. The response we've had so far has been extremely positive. We get the sense that Monroe is just eager, excited, and anxious to have a team, or 2 teams or 3 teams that they can count as their own, not have to travel over the trestle and not drive that distance to be able to go watch some sports entertainment. So we've got a great sense from the community so far, and we'll be looking for many members of the business community to step up and help support us as we move on in this venture. So once again, thank you to all the people on the panel. Thanks again. At this point,
You know, I forgot one thing. I was in my notes.
I never get in the last one.
So I do want to let everybody know that if Aaron was not as active as he was to bring the ability for us to look at this facility out here on the east side of the county, we really went to the City Council of Everett, and before we had a chance and opportunity to leave and see how their interest was, and their interest was not that strong necessarily to keep us in the Everett area. And I had a talk with our county executive, and he was very passionate about keeping the team here in Snohomish County, and has worked really hard by making sure and helping us connect with the right people out here in Monroe to make this possible. So, you know, sometimes you may not know what your public officials do, but I can tell you one thing: they helped very well keep a team here that was in Snohomish County in Snohomish County. And that's very exciting for us also.
At this point, I'd like to open it up to anybody who has any questions for us, to anybody on the panel here. Tony.
I have several. I guess first and foremost, plans sound like they're laid out. 1 year at the high school, 5 years in a facility out here. The Explosion isn't building the facility in and of itself. What public entities are also working on building a facility?
That's a great question. That's the number 1 on my list that I expected. You know what? Right now, I'm not at the liberty to tell you exactly what is being facilitated. I wish I could tell everybody right now.
Why can't you tell them?
There's still some paperwork and some legality issues that I have to work with. Our organization has to work with. A lot of other issues that have to be taken care of on other areas and other parties that are participating in this venture to make this facility possible. But I do expect, hopefully sooner than later, for information to get on out there. I can tell you I have 13 owners. Our 13 owners wouldn't be moving out of the Event Center, which is the premier facility right now currently in Snohomish County, to move into a facility that was less of the facility that they believe would be designed to fit a basketball court, an indoor arena, football court, specific size so that it was actually built to administer what needs to be done for the sports. As the Event Center was built for a hockey configuration, where there was a lot of issues that we had to deal with by going on to play in a facility that was not built to be adjustable for a basketball arena. And that's something that we're working very closely to make sure that this facility has the ability, so just like a key arena or another facility that you would expect basketball, that they're seeing specifically designed around the basketball court.
Is the name of the team then officially been changed from the Everett Explosion to what?
We've always been known as the Explosion Organization, and we will continue to be known as the Explosion Organization, and we are Snohomish County's team. We have a great fan base that we developed last year that I think will be very excited to come out to our games not only this year but in the new arena. So there's no looking to change the name of the team. There's no looking to change the marketing that we've done with Explosion Basketball, and we'll continue to be the Explosion Basketball.
Yes, in back.
Two questions. One is, when does the next season start? And the second question is, on page 44, there's a price list for attendance. Is that correct for the next season? For seating?
So that was last year's program. We wanted for the people that were unable to make it out to our last year's event, we wanted to be able to take a look at the program, understand a little bit about what we put together. Our pricing structure and situations have not been finalized yet. We just, as of Monday night, on Tuesday morning, we had the paperwork in with the school district for the facility. I can tell you that we're excited to say that there will be prices that will be as low as $5 tickets for our event. And then we will have courtside tickets that have not been determined right quite yet on the pricing range, but I wouldn't expect that to be more than $25 into courtside in a professional basketball game.
And don't go by that price list on there, because that will be a lot less. Our season will be starting in late February of next year. And it runs through the end of July end of June into the early part of July.
One other question. Is this a farm team of some other basketball team?
No, it's an independent league and an independent team.
Okay.
Yes.
Mayor Walter, what's the role of the city of Monroe in facilitating the move of the explosion teams here? And what commitments, if any, has the city made or will the city make?
The city has not made any commitments, except that we are definitely excited about having them locate here. But in terms of the facility, we will support them any way we can. But we have not made any financial commitments to this. And giving advice when it was asked for.
Yes, right.
Monroe is known for not great traffic all the time.
We came out here on Friday last week, and I can tell you that. Yeah.
And I know that it's a big concern, especially around the high school and with the new, or not so new anyway, roundabouts. What kind of traffic planning is going into getting everyone up to the high school and out of the high school and up Chester Road and everything? Have you guys thought about the traffic impact on the community?
Let me interject there. As a veteran of Monroe traffic, I can speak to this. One of the cool things, the majority, if not all, the games are going to be on Saturday evening.
Okay.
That really relieves a lot of the traffic congestion and gives us a clear shot up to the high school, Chester Road. Now, anybody that's gone in and out of that high school when there's a crowd, you know that there's some congestion, especially when you're leaving. Getting there, everybody filters in, but leaving, everybody leaves at the same time. So that's going to be a little bit of congestion. But we don't, on a Saturday evening, we're not going to have Monroe traffic issues once you get out of the parking lot and down. So my understanding is with the Saturday night, predominantly the Saturday night games, that's going to help a lot in year one at the high school.
we will be working with the Monroe Police Department as well to help facilitate traffic flow out of the high school area after a game.
I'm very excited. I think it'll be great, and I can't wait to take my sons to their first ever professional basketball game. So this is going to be very exciting. This is the first I've actually heard of it. So it's nice to know that you guys are planning for the traffic and that you're bringing it into Monroe. So congratulations.
And on that note, for some people that are probably very surprised that we are here and you heard about last night in the press, what we didn't want to get into a huge political battle in the press with we're moving here, we're not moving here, and as you can see with the professional team, that's made for a great banter between organizations, fans, and all the rest. You know what? Our fans are very loyal. Our fans came out to our games and are very passionate about our team. So we didn't want to get everybody involved in that until we knew what was going on. And I, as the CEO of our organization, when we find something, when we work and we do our due diligence, we move really quickly. We're excited because we're going to be out at the Evergreen State Fair. And so we wanted to be able to let everybody know that goes into the Evergreen State Fair that Monroe has a professional basketball team. So we've been really working very hard as we could to make sure we can have this announcement start.
I'm sort of surprised not to see somebody here from the school district because I definitely got the questions there. The school district has struggled financially in the last couple of years related to growth, and I can't help but wonder to what extent this is going to alleviate some of those concerns that have been pretty difficult for the school district. In other words, what's the school district get?
I know that they're at an off-site retreat. Otherwise, I'm sure they would be here because we talked with them and we met with the school board on Monday night. So we talked with them, and Canada's been amazing. So if our kids go to the home school district, maybe so I mean, he's been really good. I mean, he's been very good. You know what? We're going to be able to do some stuff that would never have passed the levy to put in some equipment and some great features into the gym sports arena that they're going to have out there that is going to make that facility state of the art. I mean, I doubt as a person that is paying taxes for schools that you would really probably say, I'm excited to bring in a big screen television thing for my kids to watch basketball. But you know what? As a fan or as a parent that will probably go out to the high school after it's been installed there, you're probably going to love it. So there's a lot of unique things that we have to do with our league to make sure that we're up to the standard of a professional team that plays in this league. So they're going to come on in and they're going to bring a big checklist of this needs to be fixed and this needs to be fixed and this needs to be fixed. But we already have plans to make sure that the PA system in there is phenomenal, making sure that we have areas to play music during the game, just as you would at a regular professional basketball event, instant replay, commercials. So you're going to get a miniature version of the event center at this school, and that's going to